In the previous episode, Winston and I went for a short hike where we first saw the Touchstone Maze. We then made our way to the top of our first peak where we were blessed with some amazing views. On the way to our second peak, I had to duck for a lot of fallen trees and I walked through numerous spiders' webs. But sadly, the views here were not as impressive. We then headed back to the campsite where we completed another day on our 64-day adventure. So I'm a bit late to the vlog this morning. Don't know where my phone is. What time is it? So it's almost 11 o'clock. Been up, took Winston for some walks over at the field, came back, had breakfast, went and brushed my teeth and got dressed, came back, sorted the pod out. So it's all ready for work. We've got the table out, all set to go. I need to put a load of washing in first. I did try to put it in earlier, but there was already a load in. It had 25 minutes left on. But I first need to run around and get some change because the washing machines here are £3.50 and I've only got pound coins. So I need to go get some 50 pences, stick the washing in, and then off to work we go. Hi-ho. Winston is just chilling outside, wondering why I keep talking to this camera all the time. Right, so all the staff are busy cleaning the toilets. So I'm just going to put the first load in. I'm just going to pay £4 instead of £3.50. Still one of the cheapest washing machines around. They're quite large and I think I can upgrade to a super wash at £4. So I'm just going to do that. I'm probably going to need to put in a second load either today or tomorrow, but I'll get change for that. So let's go washing. So I thought a bit of rock and roll music would be ideal here because, you know, doing laundry on a campsite is the perfect depiction of the rock and roll lifestyle that I lead. And of course, scent boosters are very rock and roll because all rock stars want their clothes to smell of a spring awakening, whatever that is. Does anyone else get a lot of satisfaction from seeing the socks all neatly lined up? I do. Oh yeah, that's very rock and roll. Right, so we've hit a little bit of a predicament that I'm running out of food and there is a Tesco down the road, but it's getting quite warm now and it's kind of too hot to leave Winston in the caravan for long periods with everything shut up, and therefore it's obviously too hot to leave him in the car to take him with me. So I'm just having some muesli for lunch. I'm having breakfast for lunch. Do you want some apple, Winst? There you go. So I'm hoping that this Tesco, sorry, I shouldn't point my knife at you, should I? That's very rude. But I'm hoping that this Tesco does a click and collect because then I can order my food online and just drive down with Winston and pick it up from the car park and not have to leave Winston alone in the van. I need some milk. If they don't do click and collect, then I think Tesco's usually open at 6 on a weekday. So in which case I'm just going to have to get up very early and go food shopping. Luckily, I love tins. So my van has got some soups left in it. I've got some tinned fruit. I've also got them John West travel meals, which I want to try and reserve for just the days when I'm travelling, but obviously if I haven't got a meal, I'm going to eat something. So I have still got some non-perishable food in the van. I'm not going to starve, but I do need to go shopping quite soon. Right, I need a spoon. Need a spoon, Winst. You're in the way of the drop. Thank you. Right. Spoon and lunch. Good news, they have click and collect, so I'm just gonna put an order in now. So whilst I was having my nutritious lunch of a bowl of cereal and a packet of crisps, I ordered some healthier food for collection from Tesco. I am really enjoying being at this campsite. So I'm sat working, I've got one load of washing outside drying, I've got another load of washing in the washing machine. So that will be everything done then. It'll be all my clothes, it'll be the blankets, the bedding, done. And I'm just sat here working away, got my door open. It's lovely and peaceful and quiet. All I can hear are the birds. I'm in lovely surroundings, well-kept campsite. If I want to take Winston for a walk, I just head over to the field or down the river. It's just lovely. I feel very chilled out. And although I'm still being productive, so I'm still doing my washing, I'm still doing my jobs, I'm still doing my work, I just feel like I'm in a good place, like I'm just ticking along. You know what I mean? I'm just doing stuff, nothing's stressful, nothing's a rush, nothing's difficult. Just in a nice zone. So yeah. And it's really nice as well that you can sit here and out that window. I can't see out of that window because obviously I haven't got eyes in the back of my head. But out of that window and out of the side door, you'll just see the bunny rabbits. And one was just sunbathing outside the door for a while earlier. Winston's down here, he won't bother. He sometimes like looks at them and just like, oh, what's that, when it moves, and then he just goes back to sleep. He's not interested in them. But it's just nice. I just really, really enjoy it. Now, is that down to the weather? Because it is an absolutely beautiful day? Or is it down to the campsite? I don't know. But either way, I'm very happy being here at this moment in time. And now I'm going to keep working. So this seems like the ideal time for me to give you a tour of the campsite. So first, let's head to the facilities. Now, these are all PIN code operated, so just make sure you put the code into your phone or something. But I am just going to go in first and check to make sure that there's no one in before I start filming. Okay, so there is someone in the shower, but we're going to be in and out before they're done. So one thing I like about the caravan and camping clubs is that they have these like private vanity areas, so you can go in there and get washed and changed and dressed in the morning, and you're kind of in your own private cubicle. And of course a toilet is in its own private cubicle as well, as you would expect. You also get free hair drying, which on some campsites is an additional cost, but I think they're always free on the camping and caravanning club sites. So this is the main entrance. That little hut is the reception, and it also has a little shop. That building on the right is the facilities that we've just been in. And on this building on the left, the first door is pot washing. I didn't film in there because someone was in. The second door that I've just shown you was laundry, and then this one was the chemical waste disposal. So everything is located centrally in the middle of the campsite and within easy reach of most pitches. So this is Dingwall Camping and Caravanning Club site near Inverness in Scotland. Now, I stayed at the end of June in 2024. I stayed for 4 nights on a hard standing pitch with electric, and I paid a total cost of £88.30. Now, that averages a cost of £22.08 per night. So I booked 16 campsites on this trip, and out of those 16, this one was the 13th most expensive, so it was definitely one of the cheapest. There was only 3 campsites that were cheaper than this one, and out of those 3, 2 of them were also camping and caravanning club sites. The only other one that was cheaper, although I had booked an electric pitch, the electricity was metered, so that would have been added on later as an additional cost. So you can see why I love these campsites. They're great value and great quality. And I'm not sponsored by the Camping and Caravanning Club, I just think they offer really great campsites for really great prices. It's that time of the day again. Evening, walking, I don't know if you can see me, he's all the way over there, waiting for me to kick his ball. I know that this day has probably been really boring for the vlog. I mean, it's just been washing and working, and that's about it really, and looking after Winston. But I've had a really good day. So I'm sorry if it's been boring for you guys to watch, but I feel good. I think part of it is the fact that I've got a good amount of work done, so I always feel good when I feel like I'm on top of it. Does that make sense? Rather than having a big, long to-do list of all the things that I need to do when I sit down in front of the laptop. Now I've got it a bit more under control because I've spent today working on it. So yeah, that's just makes me feel better. Technically, tomorrow was meant to be our pod day. So tomorrow is Monday, we move campsite on Tuesday, and I tend to have the pod day the day before we move campsite. It's like a rest day before we do it all over again. However, I have switched them around. First, because today is Sunday, I don't really like going places on the weekend, although around here is pretty quiet anyway, so we probably could have went somewhere. But tomorrow is going to be really hot. Well, really hot by the UK standards anyway. I think it's getting over 20 degrees Celsius, which there'll be people in other parts of the world going, it's like a normal day. Here, that's tropical. So because it's so hot, we're going to go paddleboarding. I have found, what's my dog doing? You mountain climbing, where's your ball gone? You got it? Where did you go? Right. He's all complaining that I take my dog into these dangerous situations. He does it himself. He is much more of an explorer than I am. But anyway, tomorrow is hot, so we're going paddleboarding. I have found a lake and a launch point. So we're going to have some fun on the water. So please stick around for that. I don't know how these edits are going to work out. I don't know if that's going to be in this episode coming up in the next few minutes, or whether you're going to have to wait until next week to see what we do on the lake, which I don't know, we're just going to paddleboard, but I'm not really selling it here, am I? But yeah, these vlogs aren't planned, so I don't know what's coming week to week. I just record loads of stuff, and then when I sit down to edit, I try to make them about 20-30 minutes long, depending on what's happening, and then kind of cut it off at a sensible place. But I never know where that cut off is going to be until I sit down and edit, so I don't know. And I've just noticed we've got these amazing hills in the background, which I haven't noticed before. Anyway, I shall see you guys on the lake, whether that's in a few moments' time or whether that is in the next episode. Oh, hey baby boy. Hello. We have a rest in the sunshine. Very silly. Yeah. You go get you a drink. Okay. After being watered and fed, Winston called it a day. It must be exhausting to be the best dog ever.